See, there it goes. Nice. So we'll pop that into full screen. We'll do that, and we'll turn this off, and okay! We should be good to go with some Legend of Spyro. I feel like maybe before I started streaming these, I should have, like, watched all of Yotam Perel's animations. You know the ones, with the kid who was like, hey guys, I like Spyro. Like that dude. I feel like that this playthrough could be prime for some of those, but unfortunately I don't remember anything from it, so oops. I'm glad to know that this still flickers like crazy, but okay, so let's load game here. Dojo. Oh god, that's right. We're gonna be getting like right back into just some training and shit, aren't we? Yeah, so last time in this series, what we did was complete the second world, and first world for that matter, and we found an electric dragon. And he goes all like, the dark ones are coming, the dark ones are coming! And he just generally talks fast, and it does not like that.
Yes, Voltaire, it's good to see you as well, but we don't have time to waste on sentiment. Back to Cinder. She was doing what?
I think we already watched this cutscene, but...
There's a chick?
Center's a chick? Yeah, okay, David Spade. It's circa mid-2000s.
She was using me as some sort of suspended organic power source.
Huh?
She was using him as a battery.
Yeah, though, we'll just rewatch this just to get ourselves a little bit reoriented.
She also left with a glowing yellow orb, and I believe that I somehow powered it. Does this mean anything to you, Ignitus?
Perhaps. Perhaps. What I do know is that we need to rescue the other Guardians before Cinder can power any more of those orbs.
Those orbs! Ugh.
I'd like to impart some useful knowledge to Spyro. Vis-a-vis his recently acquired
You know,
electricity-
Itz doesn't like this fast talking, but I actually appreciate it because he at least moves the story along. He like compresses all that exposition at least into a shorter amount of time, you know? Can you imagine if we had like 2 slow talking Ignituses? I know I wouldn't like it. Instead, we'll just have slow playing tutorials. Wait, oh, we gotta watch a cutscene of him walking all the way over here too? Great. Why does Sparks scare me now? Because they made him into a terrifying monster. And by him, I mean David Spade.
Electricity, the spark of life. Listen.
Wait. Wasn't this game just 40% obnoxious tutorials? There was one at the end of the first one, and then there was a tutorial at the end of the first world. I mean, the first world was essentially a giant tutorial, but this particular section that we're looking at now was like you know, you're locked in a room, you have to like specifically punch in a bunch of moves. And I guess that's just a thing between chapters now, so I'm assuming that after the third one we'll have to do this again as well. It's interesting though, because we already had a whole world dedicated to learning how to use the electricity abilities, so like, why do this now? When the world that focuses on the electricity abilities has just ended. Not sure I understand here. Do I just gotta whack him? Do I gotta zap and whack? Oh, I see. You can like launch them. Oh, well, not almost. No, not almost. Neat, okay.
You grasp the concept.
Why is Devrock blowing whistles? Did I do something? Did something happen? Could have been worse. Ocarina of Time had King Jabu moving. That was so drawn out. Listen. People, all the gamers out there, like to point to that as like a funny, slow thing, but that's like one thing in the whole game. This has like millions of instances of that. So I don't think you can even make that comparison and be like, well, it's not so bad. Because all you're really doing is comparing it to a better game that was actually, in the long term, faster. B to shock the dummies through your electric stream when they are in range. Okay, well this is just hold B. 0 B presses, baby. 0.5 B presses? You do have infinite B press, so I guess so. I could do 0.5. Oh, I can like fully finish these dudes off before I move on to the next. They're still running around. Yeah, very manual camera for sure. Like, I'm holding down B with my thumb and then moving the analog stick with my index finger. To kind of illustrate to you how silly this game's camera is to I thought there were only 5 of these guys. What are we dealing with here? You can see, I'm not even zapping anything, you can see King Zora scooting even if you speed it up to like 400%. That's pretty terrible. Eh. Oh, I'm about to run out of time. Well, I would rather not, please. No, do your thing. Really? Don't make me do all of that again.
Approach coupled with more focus might prove successful.
More focus, uh-huh. Basically what Voltaire is saying is just don't look at chat. Makes me think of Knuckles' slow walk after beating Chaos in the hotel of Sonic Adventure. Was that a thing that happened? I streamed Sonic Adventure and I don't remember that happening. In before somebody, like, points out to me, yeah, it's right here in the highlights video. It was a joke, yes, but it was super drawn out. Also, I always thought it was hilarious to me that Ganondorf wrote that letter. Ruto denies knowledge of writing. Did he? Maybe I'll stream Ocarina one day, I don't know. Can I please... See, the problem is I'm just holding down B when I could be using the R charge thingy, and that way I can catch up to these dudes faster. You can actually do it while holding B as well, so I can actually still technically do this in 0.5 B presses. If you think about it. Did they really need to repeat that with like this many enemies though? Like, you would have thought by like World 2, the player would like at least know how to do this, but man, they
You're a quick study after all.
really beat you over the head with it, huh?
This way, oh Mauve one.
Oh, I forgot that David Spade beckons you. Press Y to throw an electric arc at the dummy. This will entrap it in a cage in the air. Run up to it and press A to jump up to meet it, then proceed to melee the dummy. Why? Yeah, that's annoying. Oh, A is jump. I'm a fool. And I am the fool. Nope. Oh, come on. What's even the point of setting this on a timer? You're allowed to try again. This game seems heavy on tutorials. Seems? Oh, it's more than seems, buddy. Oh man, I've been waiting all day to watch this game. I love it. Makes more sense for him to have planted Ruto. I don't listen. Press Y, fleeing dummies, aerial melee. When caught in the cage, defeat all the dummies before the time limit expires. So just this again? I do not understand. Do I just do this a bunch of times again? I'm not quite sure what I've been asked to do, but they are dying instead of giving me another chance to try again, so I'm hoping I've got the right idea here. It's a bit more fun once you've learned all the breath things, because then you've been liberated of these dumb tutorial segments. True that. Oh, there's a couple lads still hanging around here. Yeah, can I get a fucking, No. Can I get a fucking, Does that count? I was in the air, but I think they need to be. Oh, there's gonna be a timer now that's ticking down, and then it's gonna be... Okay, I did it. I was gonna be really upset if I have to start this over again. Even if you do all of these tutorials, like, on the first try, it's already time-consuming as is, so... Oh, we are going to the center of the room now, so that usually means that it's coming to the end of things. The only problem, then, is that you don't have much game left at that point. True. This is reminding me how much I loved Infamous. What? After defeating the small dummies, press Z to defeat the oncoming larger dummies with your electric fury. Did the Z button always have a little... Look at this. On the icon here for the Z button, there's like a little bump on it. Let me go get my GameCube controllers. Was that... Uh-oh. Guess I have no choice. Okay, after this, I'll check out my GameCube controllers, but... I do not remember them having a bump like that. Is that a thing? You know, speaking of, I actually read like this, I think I already talked about this on the stream, but a little while ago I actually read this really great article on like the GameCube's development, like how it went through like the whole production and how they like came up with that like controller design. And it's actually really interesting to see. Apparently that was something that like Miyamoto like directly worked on. But it actually goes like pretty in depth into like the design philosophies behind the controller, like what they set out to do with it, and like things that they wanted the GameCube to do that never came to be. Also, I guess I press Z now. God, I wish that were me.
Your training is complete.
Look at this, he's still zapping. 1-800, are you zapping? Alright, let me take a look at these controllers here. I got a couple lying around, don't I? Okay, let's see. Wow, they really do have that little bump on it. It's a lot more subtle than the icon appears, but it's definitely there. I can't believe they designed it like a fucking ASDIF JKL keyboard. Wild. Thankfully, that wasn't too lengthy. These cutscenes, though, are another matter entirely. Oh, tall plains?
You and Sparks must go there at once and find him.
Yes.
Yo, this is just the Great Plateau.
Danger, we should run, right?
There are times when all of us need to stand up to danger, young Sparks.
Yeah, maybe next month, next summer, perhaps next year.
Just go. Now.
Yeah, me too, Gary Oldman. Alright, well now what? What's actually being loaded right now is the credit sequence. It turns out that so many people worked on this game that, yeah, okay.
Was once home to a proud ancient tribe called the Atlawa.
Oh, bless you.
Sparks.
The Atlawa.
Yeah, me too, Spyro.
with the rhythms of the
He's a
season.
dragonfly. He'd be dead by next year? Oh, thank God.
To crops, their surroundings, their gods. They've all been driven underground by Cinder and her forces, who have taken over the
They just keep replacing Sparks each year. I mean, Sparks in the next game is voiced by Billy West instead of David Spade, so...
Crystal. You must find him before she succeeds.
Right. Never easy.
Nothing worthwhile ever is.
So now you're spouting wisdom, hero boy?
Come on.
The grass in this game looks nice. Like, obviously the distance of the level of detail is very, like, well, low, but... Oh yeah, you can absolutely see it grow in as you approach, but I don't know. Not bad. Yeah, though, I was actually, like, looking at, you know, grabbing the logo assets for this game for, like, the thumbnail. Oh, there was just a cutscene to show that there was a monkey there. Probably could have noticed that on my own, but thank you. I was, like, trying to find the logo, and I found, like, the developer's website where it has, like, a list of all the games that they developed. And it turns out that the studio that did this, well, it's... So Sierra's the publisher, right? So they didn't make this, they just published it. But it's, like, Croft or something like that. It's it's Chris something. But I was looking at their website. Turns out that the people who made this game are the same people that did, Ty the Tasmanian Tiger or something like that. I know that a lot of people I've heard. It's certainly something that I've heard of. So, but yeah, had no clue. So yeah, as you can see, this time the monkeys look like they're from Emperor's New Groove, which I guess, given David Spade's present, is apt. Oh, I forgot about the names here. That's gonna be nice to see again. Was Ty the Tasmanian Tiger any good? Because I really don't know what it is. Yes, I had it on PS2 back in the day. Okay, I'm getting a little ganged up on here. That actually makes a lot of sense, I guess. Does it? You know, these Elijah Wood moans really aren't helped by the fact that when he's like... when Spyro actually dies, the moans get like really soft and gentle, and it's like... Maybe take another shot at that line. I don't know if that's appropriate for Spyro, Elijah. Think you might be maybe mixing that up with a voice recording for something else there. Anyways, Goovna Battlemaker. So I'm assuming that this is just gonna be another area where I just have to fucking do whatever and go through a bunch of waves until I'm done. Maybe throw a thing at that dude? I don't know. I don't know much about computers. There's like some blocks. Use your tail strike on the blocks to raise the totems. What's my tail strike? I guess that's what that is. These names are like a good saving grace in this game. Oh, agreed, absolutely. So I guess I just have to raise these like one at a time? It looks like there are multiple routes to go through here. Non-linearity in this game? Say it ain't so. I don't know why, but this game reminded me of Ty Last Stream, but I thought it was just the PS2 aesthetic. Is this a button? Oh shit. This is like some Aquatic Ruin Zone shit, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Eh? Yes, a ground pound. These fucking monkey noises, I'm sick of it. Eh? Jesus! Okay. Boy, can't wait for a full stream of this. At the very least, now that we're getting like a couple more abilities, there's at least a little bit more that we can do than just spam X the whole way. But I still feel like that's gonna be like 90% of it. Snake Fletcher? I really am curious as to like how many variations for names that they made here and how much work went into it. Because I've really never seen any other game try something like that where it gives you like a randomized first and last name for every single, like a unique one for every single enemy you come across. Like, that's wild. Excuse me, but I think you'll find that this game is an experience. Oh god, these fucking... I mean, I'm not denying that it's an experience, but whether or not it's a good experience is certainly worth debating. Suggestion for you, Crash to Insanity. I want to see Spyro in a battle against Banjo and Kazooie. Is that something that happens in that game? Outside of Spyro...
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Does that mean what I think it does?
Can these guys quiet down?
We've gotta help him.
Not Spyro, but the monkeys. Monkey. You're not a red dragon, you're a monkey. But as far as like the PlayStation mascots go with like Crash and Spyro and everything, this is essentially like, even with Spyro, I know very little about it, right? Like this is the most familiarity that I have with it with the Spyro games, but then the rest of the Spyro series I know nothing about. But even that is more knowledge than I have when it comes to any other Sony IPs. If that mess of a sentence makes sense. Oh. Lizard Twister? Yeah, okay. That's just what they call it when you suck Kid Cobra's dick. Are snakes lizards? I guess? Maybe. Any snakeheads in chat confirm?
I was just trying to help.
Spyro does a cameo in the game? Really?
Oh, just about to spring into action, huh?
Forget this guy, Spyro. Come on.
Are these guys supposed to be llamas?
What did they want?
I was making Emperor's New Groove comments earlier, but if these are llamas and the guys are designed the way they are... Listen, hold on now. Hold on now.
Oh, you're welcome.
They're reptiles? Yeah, I thought so. Oh, not these screamy boys again. Don't do this. Oh, it's your favorite. They didn't even bother trying to dress this up any differently. Like, this is just a texture swap. Doesn't even have a different name. Okay, well... Oh, God. Ugh. Fun. Ooh, that was a little crusty.
It's okay. We can try again.
Yeah, okay, Spyro. Just get zapped, my dude. Oh no, it's the stream getting muted. Fun. Listen, guys, I just want the gems. That's all I'm here for. I wish my screams also caused the fabric of space and time to die. Eh? Monkey. So do any Spyro heads, you know, I don't know if there's anybody who quite knows as much about the Legend of Spyro games as I do, but why are the main enemies in this game monkeys? Like, especially if the goal of this game is to have like a more serious, you know, in very large air quotes there, serious tone. Why monkeys? Monkeys aren't threatening. When these ancient dragons are bursting through, like, the dark armies are here, it's like, monkeys is not what I picture. Why monkeys? Why baboons? I do not understand. So am I like supposed to go on top of this log, or what's the path I'm supposed to follow here? Oh, there are some gems up here, at the very least. Oh, this is gonna be tough to land. Okay. I'm gonna try. Let's see where this leads. Oh, look at. Oh, wow. I guess I do go this way. Good for me. Excuse me? Maple bramble cedar leg. Spring hazel green moss. See, like, they even go to the detail of giving all these different enemies, like, different kinds of names, depending on the kind of enemy. Like, you can tell that it's not, like... There's just, like, certain little things about it, when you notice, it's like, Someone find... Again, we really gotta wait till the credits and see who did the names in this game, because they are my hero. This honestly seems less serious, to be honest, even though there are less jokes in this one. You say this when the greatest jokester of all is right next to you. Do not disrespect David Spade in this stream. He's worked hard for us. Also, these are some cute idle animations. I really like this game's naming system. It's cool. Agreed. Uh-oh. So since I was super negative about this game last stream, I want to be positive. I really like this game's naming system. It's cool. Holy shit, we got a compliment on this game out of It's? Damn. It is a small bit of relief from the torture that is this combat. Speaking of, I'm about to die. See, that's the sound that I'm talking about that he makes. He's all like, Spyro, don't do that. Let's keep trying. You can't say that. Honestly, the combo combat seems a lot better than the simple stuff from the first game that I remember. Again, I have nothing to compare it to. Is this really better than the combat in Spyro 1? I mean, good for them for improving it, but... It's just like if the combat, like... Because from what I recall, right, the older Spyro games were, like, a lot more of a platformer than they were this. Like, if combat is going to become this much of a focus, then, like, add more depth to it is what I'm getting at. Griffin, don't sim the dragon. Listen, I was googling Spyro's ass... Well, not googling. I DuckDuckGo did, but... I was web searching Spyro's asshole last stream, so I don't know what you expected from this. That said, I was more so talking about just Elijah Wood's delivery of the lines rather than Spyro the Dragon himself, so please do not take this as an opportunity to do bad things. The originals didn't really have combat, it was just more you shoot things with fire and then they die. More like a Mario kind of combat. Ah. Spyro Trilogy's basic combat was... oh, this tilts. Was flame/charge. It was pretty simple stuff back then. Which way do I think this is where I came from, and then this is where I go. So let's do that. This be looking like fucking Xenoblade grass. Oh, that's a trap. It's a trick. Jackal Quest. I feel like I'm getting a little more droppage this time around compared to the first stream of this. I wonder what's up. Like, I'm looking around for things that may be open that weren't open last time, and I'm not really seeing it. Might just be that this area is a little more intensive. I guess I wasn't noticing it too much when we were still in like the tutorial temple, so maybe it is just like all the grass stuff that's going on. It's maybe straining the machine a little bit more. Crystal Eater! Oh, that's a pretty decent attack, but I don't want to get knocked into these little pits at the back. I remember liking this world's aesthetic much more than the previous two. Me too, actually. As soon as I ended the stream last time, I was thinking, you know what, I'm looking forward to the next world. Dante's Freezer, I always remember particularly being a bit of a slog. And even though, like, you know, the focuses of this game is definitely combat over platforming, this area definitely has already, like, much more platforming than World 2 did, so... Oh, excuse me? Oh, hold on. I'm getting advice here. To continue being positive, for 2006 the game is pretty intricate grass with all these textures. Also, Griffin, please use your gems to level up your breath. It was killing me last time when I was watching the VOD. Please. I guess. I already did a little bit of leveling up, I don't know. Let's level up the special. Then maybe finish fire? I don't know. We get electricity to level 2, or at least see how far to level 2 we can get it. Oh, we've got quite a lot. Yeah, maybe I can see why Snoodoodle was so upset. Maybe let's save what we currently have for whatever the third power in this world is. Beard Bush, Hazel Bramble. Okay, well there you go, Snoodoodle. There's your business. I'm glad you understand. Ooh, bridge. Oh, I thought they were gonna... Oh! I thought they were kind of just gonna run past me, but I guess they decided to veer out of their lane and result in a head-on collision.
Alright, let's do it.
Oh, that is not the bridge. Good to know. I wonder if having the enemies in the exact same spot you left them is an intentional design decision. Like, after dying? Because on the second attempt here, these dudes aren't charging down the bridge. They're already, like, up on this side of the bridge where I fell off and died. So it's like... I wonder if they meant to do that, or if that was just a... they didn't give a shit. Lightning is always the best element, to be honest, unless wind is an option. I think it is. I think the one you get here is ice, and then the next one is, I would assume, either earth or wind. But I don't know. I wouldn't be able to say until we reach World 4. Oh, did this dude just die instantly? But how? Okay, yeah, let's be much more careful on these bridges in the future. Except there's nothing charging at me this time, so maybe a little less careful. I like the noises that these dudes make. They sound like gremlin cows. It's like mooing, but cursed. Oh. What am I doing to one-hit kill these things? Is there some sort of special combo that I'm doing, or what is it? What is that? Because it happened to a couple of enemies back there. Alright, let's do it! As he nearly dives off the cliff. Your breaths really help combat quite a lot. Makes it much less of a slog. Yeah, as I'm sure I'm sure as you get more throughout the game, you're probably encouraged to, like, switch it up more, but I guess that remains to be seen whenever we get the third one. The fog in this level is used very effectively to hide render distance and add atmosphere, unlike most usages of it. Oh yeah, this frame rate's getting a little choppy for sure. That's the joy of breath upgrades. Oh dear. Yolita stole this from Skyward Sword. Yeah, I think this might be pushing this game's object a little bit. I don't know. The first world was also like very foresty area, and even that wasn't like tanking like this is. But once I'm taking care of more of these enemies, it seems like it gets smoother, so I guess that's just the problem. Yeah, though, if I recall correctly, wasn't that like kind of what the very first Spyro was known for? Is that Naughty Dog used like very clever fog effects to create large worlds that weren't like too intensive to run on the PlayStation? Something like that. Wow! At least we're not stabbing toes in this Spyro battleground. True that. Although I'm sure to some that may be a detriment. Monkey! Weasel Finder! Long flail? Okay, sure. Did I like miss some gems that dropped back here? Or... No, we're good. Yeah, I think it's just the presence of enemies here in this particular area, and maybe the fact that there's a lot of grass nearby, but... Death Tracker! Sailor Hunter! Curse Strike! Oh, I guess somebody died already without me even having to do anything. Magic Streak. Oh yeah, these names definitely never failed to surprise Noodle. That's the thing, there's like so many possible variants you can run into. Oh, is this dude gonna like run all the way over here? Yeah, okay. There's a gem down here I missed though, so I might go back for that, just for a little bit of health that I probably don't need. Oh, and all this shit. Yeah, okay, hold on. Maybe it was a good thing that I went back. This dude's coming to me anyways, I don't see the problem. Yeah, I'll just have him sit tight for a quick sec. Curse indeed. Monkey. There's nothing else to say about these enemies, truly. See, like this guy died in one hit too! There's something about using the electricity attack and the aerial combat that causes a one-hit kill, but what is it? Because whatever it is, I gotta find out how to abuse it, fast. Yeah, I don't know, it seems to run smoother now that we're out of there and all the enemies are gone, but I'm sure that it's gonna lob plenty more onto us that'll cause enough to slow down the game. You can actually break the fences here. I actually don't like that. That can be a good thing or a bad thing, because you can, like, take advantage of this to knock an enemy off of the ledge, but that also means that you can get knocked off the ledge And, don't know if I like that. Honestly, considering how much gen power you have, you could probably upgrade another skill. Oh, I know I could. I just want to wait until I get whatever the skill in this area is, before I do that, so that I can get that taken care of right off the bat, and then use, like, the excess to do whatever I need to do. Rather than upgrading the ones I have now, and then having the newest one be more useless than the others. Also, you're killing enemies faster because you're using your stronger breath attacks alongside the melee combat. Well, no, it's not specifically that. Sometimes when I do the little double lightning and then the aerial thing, sometimes the enemies will just, like, die in one hit for no reason. And I just don't know what causes that, really. Because something is. That doesn't seem like an intentional thing. Or rather, it's something that's merely a side effect of just using the upgraded breaths. That's gotta be something else. Also, yellow grass. Or wheat.
We're going
I don't
to
know.
have to use the water wheels to move ahead.
Oh, it's never easy.
Yeah, me too, David Spade. You're gonna have to move use the water wheels to move ahead. So, I guess we gotta find a way to get them going. Maybe taking care of these. Oh, maybe the buttons do the trick. Where did these dudes come from? The color usage in this stage is a little muted, but very nice. Yeah, I think I would agree with that. Oh, well, this is called an Earth Cannon, so I'm assuming that this is like... Earth is going to be the fourth ability, not Wind. Oh. Okay, so I guess you just gotta get all the switches to move the wheel. Alright. As soon as I take care of Marrowberry Spring Heel here, I'll get right on that. And Brown Lake Forest Bone. And Elmont Forest Bone. These guys are actually brothers. Weed Vine. Oh, I love it. I love it. Well, it seems very sunshiny. Let's do it. Where did these stinky boys come from? This is a literal field. Well, they're probably hiding in the tall grass. I don't know. You tell me. I think that they just come up from behind you no matter where you are. I don't know. I was trying to keep an eye out with that, like specifically facing the camera to a place that only the enemies could come from, but I think they like specifically account for that. That they're just like, to create the effect that they're like sneaking up on you through the tall grass, but I don't know if it works too good. I like that they have distance models for this tall stuff specifically, where you can see that the tall grass is like empty, but then they have like the outer shell still visible. I feel like if they just had that stuff shrink along with everything else, it would probably look like better. I don't know. I don't know if that's like the best approach that they could have taken there. Like, I get it, because this is supposed to be, like, particularly tall foliage that you're moving through, but... Yeah, I think the sounds these guys make are, like, somewhere between, like, a cow and a pig. You know, with the body of an armadillo, of course. Which is really the least unremarkable thing about that design. Can this guy, get hit by what I'm shooting here? I'm, like, standing directly in front of him. Die. You know, if I recall correctly, I think it's actually after this sequence that you get the new ability. But perhaps I'm wrong on that. Also, I'm about to die. So please move out of the way. Or give me your gems. Whichever comes first. The amount of these sounds that are overlapping each other, Jesus Christ. Farweed Greenfoot, eh? Friend of the frogweed, are we? There's a couple of weed names with these dudes. Thanks. Yeah, I think just hitting the switches summons these from like off-screen areas, that's all. It'd be nice if there were at least like different things you could do with the X button, you know? Like, if their design priority for the combat was just to like make something that's like really easy to get into, I don't know, just like, because all it really is, the only combo it ever teaches you is X, X, X. Or in the air and then X, X, X. But like, what if there was maybe 4 X's or 2 X's, you know? You could have done a little more, maybe. Oh, well, these guys didn't even bother to spawn off screen. They just showed up once the camera cut back. And that's one way to go about it. But I do want their gems, so I might go back for it all. And who knows, maybe there's some pots that I left behind too that I could make use of. Oh, let's not miss that cycle. Hello, pots? No, we're good. Anywhere up here? No, I think I already got them on my first pass through. So with that, let's take the final water wheel. And maybe take care of these lads on the way. Oh, I'm apparently getting someone else. But I'm not... This dude, maybe? There was some health bar that I wasn't targeting that was showing up. That had like somebody's... That had a name not of Earth Cannon. And I like a different name. Also, let's get this firmly on. It's probably this dude standing in the front doorway, but... Yeah, okay. Jesus. I feel like we're kind of heading into a bit of a claustrophobic area for this kind of combat, let alone this kind of enemy. I'm thinking maybe using an element breath and then melee might be the thing that's one-hit KOing enemies. I don't know if this is a case of elements infused in your physical combat or what. Might just be a scaling error too. Lol. Maybe. It's when I do the double thing like this and then I start doing this. I don't know. Because you can definitely see like a lot of health disappearing, but sometimes it'll just be like an enormous chunk that disappears all at once. And I don't know what causes it. I think whenever it happens, though, I'm a little bit beneath the enemy rather than, like, in front of it in terms of, like, height. So maybe that's, like, a component in it as well? Who knows? I'm sure some sort of Spyro expert will show up eventually and fill me in. You know, just like how the Mario experts came in after Super Mario Sunshine's goop errors, and they educated me on what the hell caused that. See, the joke there is that I still have no fucking clue what caused that to happen. Oh no! It's my game. It's my money. Kill him.
Kane!
Oh, was his name Kane? Oh.
Yeah, I know the guy's an ingrate, but you gotta do something, and fast.
Spyro. I mean, David Spade. Also what? Oh, okay. It's probably because if they're hit faster with the breath and then melee, their health scales faster. Are you telling me I'm not a Spyro expert?
Weirder and weirder by the second.
That is some very good animation, Spyro. Oh, I guess he just hopping away? Sure. You have learned the Ice Stream Breath. Press down to select the ice element in the future. You can upgrade this breath further in the level up screen. Save the Ice Guardian Spyro to be taught further ice attacks. Yeah, okay. So is ice good on these dudes then? Guess I'll never know.
Ready?
No. Yeah, I was trying to use like Y attacks for the longest time, but it didn't seem to work out very well. Speaking of not working out very well, I don't think ice is particularly effective against these enemies. I feel like I was having more luck with the lightning. Because that at least like stops them from moving, right? Oh, you can like whip. You can use the electricity as like a whip. Like if you hold B and then use the stick, you can like flick them to like cause additional damage. I wonder if that has like a component in the one hit kill thing that was happening. I don't think it does though. Jesus. I mean, I haven't played Hero's Tale or Dawn of the Dragon, but to be honest, I've lived through Spyro Orange, so I think it's worth something. Thank you for your valued knowledge, Sneadoodle. I don't know where I'd be without you. Probably in bed. Spyro. Okay, I guess this dude's just gonna block now? Yeah, not anymore. I feel like I could take the opportunity to launch these guys off the edge, but I want their gems, so I'm not sure if I want to do that. I gotta get them, like, away from that. Or just do that. And that. Low jungle. Yeah, okay. Speaking of bed, I'm gonna go to bed. Good luck with the stream. Thank you very much, Femi. Yeah, same to be honest. Thanks for motivating me to get out of bed early sometimes. Is that what this is? Wait, where do I go now? This way? Is this another situation that I could have just left at any time? No, but this is where I came from, isn't it? Oh, right, there was a door that opened. There was an explicit cutscene telling me that there was a door that opened. Maybe these cutscenes aren't quite as unnecessary as I thought. Yeah, have a good night, Femi. Thanks for stopping by. Wow! Wow, Femi! I know. The execution of Lanky Kong. You know what? These dudes do give me like very heavy Lanky Kong vibes. I wonder if that is the case. Where's the Inkling mod for this game? What the hell does that mean? Is there anything like specifically... Jesus. Is there anything like specifically Splatoon-like about this game that prompted that? Because I certainly haven't noticed it. What do you mean Splatoon mod? I do not understand. Oh, that could have been effective. Silent ice. Well, I sure hope it's silent. Road work ahead. Well, I sure hope it does. You said Woomy? I did no such thing. I said woohoo, naninu, and flimby. You are mishearing my words of Lanky. Okay, someone else just died. Where are the gems? Oh, over there? Why? I think there's just like a weird thing that goes on about how this game handles enemy health, because sometimes enemies will just like straight up die when I'm like nowhere near them. Which, I mean, isn't necessarily a complaint, but I'm just curious. Like, sometimes they'll jump from, like, a tall height and then take damage as a result of that. Or, like, fall off just, like, a straight-up cliff and then go into a death plane. But, like, this dude up here, he was just chilling, and then he died, so... Not sure if that was the case with this. Look, I try my best, but everyone's ears are different and hear different things. Well, I don't... Sorry, what was that? I don't have fucking ears. Can I, what's this way? There are two sides to every log, as they always say. No, but what's the other way? There's two ways to go on. I want to check... Well, I think this is just a dead end. Okay. Well, it's a good thing I didn't leave this behind me, because look at all these. The gems. Oh, and you too. Why are you complaining about free enemy deaths, you heathen? I specifically said I wasn't complaining. I'm just curious as to why it happens. Also, let's get that level up stuff on the way. Give the bad guys a cold shoulder with more freezing power. These frosty streams can spray entire enemy gangs with the winter coat. Press and hold A to upgrade this breath. I guess. Sure. Sure, why not? And then maybe, like, a little bit for each. So, like, a little bit of that. A little bit of that. I want to have these, like, as equal as possible. Because I don't think there's enough to, like, get another full upgrade. But, like, pretty close, right? Maybe, like, to half now. Maybe there is more on this left than I thought. Oh, or not. It came pretty close, though. Definitely had more than I thought, though. Holy shit. Oh, look at this mess. Look at this disaster. Oh, did I die? I guess.
I'd better be a bit more careful.
Good suggestion, Elijah Wood. Thank you. Monkey. Oh, I think the reason I got one hit KO'd is because of this big hammer. I might have jumped into that or something like that. Let's be a bit more careful indeed. Yikes. Which I suppose starts with getting out of the way of the hammer. Ugh. Yeah, it's a little spooky for sure. Or the dynamite did it? Who knows? There are many theories. There are many game theories. Yeah, you had a lot. That's what I mentioned. I had no clue I had that much, though. Holy shit. Growl Seer? You can't see that! War Touch. War Touch. More like Bad Touch. You see? It did the thing again! I don't know, I think it's like specifically with the electricity thing and then followed up by the aerial combat. It's only that happens. Someone's gotta like examine this footage and figure out what the deal is. Someone's gotta get pen and Koek on the case. Next time I need a name for a character, I'm naming it after one of the randomly generated ones from this game. Holy shit, these guys can get some real distance with these jumps. Yeah, okay. The lighting in this game is pretty interesting for 2006 as well. What makes you say that? What makes you say that? Tonight's been a very Tommy Wiseau heavy night. Hope lizard! Now that's Kid Cobra. Except snakes are not lizards, as I have learned. That doesn't really help deflect it, does it? Oh, you know what? Good idea. Stay hydrated, Bot. Thank you. Monkey. Why don't I just, like, throw this dude over the ledge? No damage from that? Okay, great. I think Crystal Eater is amongst one of my favorite last names we've gotten so far. I don't know, what about this game? This game's lighting is interesting to you. It looks pretty average for GameCube. There's like real-time shadows, I guess, for the characters, but that's not really that unusual. Wind Waker had that, didn't it? And then I think the rest of the lighting, I would assume, is just baked, right? Oh, but you know what? The lighting of the grass kind of does change based on like where it is, and it is illuminated when Spark shows up to it. It like changes. And that's actually pretty interesting. I bet they use some pretty clever tricks to accomplish this. Usually cartoony games like this at the time used very harsh shadows, but these are very soft. Huh. I guess so. Also, I think this is once more where I came from, so let's turn this one around. Eh? Oh, I see. I can see what you mean by that.
You again? Why don't you get out of here and leave me in
I
peace?
love this epic, edgy llama.
Boss of what?
Shh. You're all alone?
Only until I kick these bums out. Which reminds me, I can't stand here chatting with purple dragons and mosquitoes.
Hey, whoa, whoa, who you calling a mosquito?
Besides, it's not safe for you here.
Oh, concerned about our welfare now?
No need. We can take care of ourselves. Anyway, we need to get to the shrine.
You'll never make it.
Are llamas edgy now? Okay, sure. His attitude is very like, heh, I don't care. But then he's like a llama, so I can't take him seriously. You know what, Battle Eater is another great name that we've gotten here. Battle Eater is pretty high up on my list as well. I think, just in general, Noun Eater is pretty good. That's a pretty good guarantee I'm gonna like the name. Oh, I remember this shit. You see this? This is in Breath of the Wild shit. This is a ball socket, and there's 4 balls at each of the corners of this area, and you gotta roll them around, and it's very, very tedious. Speaking of tedious, this frame rate, yikes. Cram Earthhawk is also pretty good, though, I will say that. I don't know, it just seems like certain areas drop more than others. Specifically when it's like very, very enemy-intensive areas. It seems to be the trigger. Die. Huh. Well, I guess now it's a question of finding out where these spheres are. The Nimrod names are also pretty good, but I don't know. Feels like maybe those can be a little too easy. Well, I'm certainly finding all the receptacles. Maybe the balls are found in the middle? Maybe the P is stored in the balls? Oh yeah, there's like some switches up here. Maybe that's what's up. Yeah, where the balls be at? Wolfbreaker! Oh, now this guy's gotta go. Wolf breaking will not be had in this stream. Did I? Okay, I was worried I fell back down into like the very bottom of the lanes and I had to like climb all the way back up, but we're good. That's one way to go. Wait a second. Well, now I'm in the bottom lanes. I gotta go grab my gems. So many bottoms, not enough tops. Snoodoodle. I mean, you're right, but you shouldn't say it. Oh, there's a ledge right here, dummy. I could have sworn I saw some buttons a moment ago, though. What's the deal with that, I wonder? Maybe I gotta just defeat all these enemies and then we'll figure out what we need to do. I don't think it's related to that, but that's my guess. Wouldn't be the first time progress has been locked behind something like that. Snoodoodle, do not say that. I get where you're going for. Oh, there's the button. I get where you're going for, but basically what you're saying is not what you think you were saying. You might want to look at that a second time and rethink that. Oh, they're just literally all in here. Great. Yeah, I get the idea. Yeah, I get the picture. Listen, if I'm horny on main, I'm horny on brain. I think vice versa, but okay. I don't know, I just think it's a very unusual look for you, Snoodoodle. Because usually, you're like, you try to be like the least cursed person in this stream. And you always like try to call people out when they do cursed things like this. Oh no, I don't for a second believe that I do not operate on, you know, I'm about as horny on main as it gets. But what I'm getting at is that Snoodoodle usually isn't. Like, is that their brand? I don't think so. Oh god, these things behave like the snowballs too. We're like glued to his nose. Can I run with these things? No, it'll just launch. Okay. Oh, this shouldn't be too bad. Maybe I only thought it was tedious because as a baby boy I didn't know where the fuck to go. There's a time and a place for being a sinner. And you think now is the time? I'm just saying, you know, sometimes maybe practice what you preach. Oh, okay. Well then how is this one gonna get there? Oh. Okay, that's a little different, okay. Shaking it up a little bit. Having a few more turns involved before getting to the receptacle. Thrilling! Yes. Oh, not this way, Spyro. No, don't glue your nose to it like that. Now glue it. You can smash... I know I can smash the spikes, but I don't think they have gems in them, do they? Do them? No, they don't. And that's why I don't break them. Yeah, I'm aware I can do that. I was breaking them earlier to get up this structure in the first place. Yeah, it doesn't seem like they drop anything. That said, there are some gems up here worth taking a look at. I was just expecting more enemies to be around, so I was kind of saving this for later. But I guess not. I guess, like, if you don't take out the cannons as early as I did, it could be a little more of a problem, but I think seems like it. Well, I feel better knowing that now. Oh, I'm sure you do, Snoodoodle. Having one less thing to harass me about on my baby dragon Spyro streams. Now that's a sneaky one. You gotta, like, go around the spike. The music here is very chill. I don't know if I'll remember it, but it's like, yeah, this is nice.
The Shrine God has not been appeased since Cinder's forces came. He is not happy.
So is anybody fun around here?
You can't possibly face the god of the Shrine alone.
Not all of us are loners, King. I'm not going alone.
I'm not a loner, I'm a llama.
Well, maybe someday you'll learn that two heads are better than one. Even if they are pinheads.
Yeah, what?
Ha 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 ha. Sorry, what? Oh, Christ. This I remember. So basically, if we look very vaguely over here, you can see that the fog is like covering the next part of the level over there. But in the meantime, you have to take this boat there, and it's basically just an enemy gauntlet. It'll just endlessly spawn enemies. Except, thing is...
Now you tell me.
What do you mean, now you tell me? What do you mean? The thing is, you can just not fight them, because the boat will move on its own, and so this is entirely useless. It's playing very dramatic boat music, though, so... it's got that going. I'll get a couple of these guys, because, like, I do want a couple of gems from this. Wait a second, what's this dude's name? Snake Fletcher. Yep, so it's just a whole lot of this until you get to that spot. You just gotta wait. Yo, y'all ever go on an Uber and it be all like...
Take that!
Yeah, so now we're dealing with like all medium characters, and then as you continue Doom Thief, as you continue getting these characters, it just keeps getting harder and harder. But it's like, it gets to the point where like if you go through enough of these enemies before the boat arrives, it gets like ridiculously difficult for no reason because it keeps upping the ante until the boat arrives. We can just throw these guys over the ledge. That's one way to do it. Wait, do you stick with the gems if they go overboard? Oh my god, you do. That's the strat, that's the way. Holy shit. I'm gonna get so many gems from this, oh my god. We're gonna have this stuff leveled up in no time, this is brilliant. Because these guys spawn endlessly. Nope. 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 By this point, it's meant to be like such an intense challenge, and I'm just like completely trivializing it. Oh, this is the key though. can't believe you can do this. This is ridiculous. Okay, bye. Thankfully, we're almost here, though. Oh, it actually... Oh, okay. I thought it was gonna keep getting harder, but I guess it just loops around to the easy enemies once you do that. Interesting. Also, we might want to dismount right about now. Because I think if you wait on that thing too long, then it, like, sinks. And that is the last thing I want to do. Listen, Snoodoodle, Blade Lizard and Silverbreaker are very valid names. You leave them alone. Also, how do I get up here, exactly? I'm concerned by the presence of this fence. Oh, maybe I do it from here. Ah, then why is that platform? Ah, whatever. Well, anyways, let's see what we can actually do with the stuff we just collected, because that's pretty excessive. Boom, maxed out. We can probably get 5 or 2 with not too much more. Holy shit. I feel like... I mean, this is a short game, but that said, it feels like this is still about the middle point in this game. I feel like I shouldn't have the abilities, like, start to max out at this point. I may have made myself very, very powerful. You killed that many of them, and it probably didn't factor in needing to generate more, so they just made it loop just in case, I guess. It says a lot, though, about how far I made it in my original runs as Baby Boy that I didn't know that happened up until now. Yeah, that seems about right. That's a mood. Oh my god. I do not like these hammers. This is very upsetting. And you like have to jump in the way of it to hit the switch too. Who? No. Oh, so those hammers don't one-hit kill you. I guess it was something else that was doing that to me in that earlier area. Interesting. Oh, gems? Oh, gems, bro. This is awfully maze-like. I wonder why. Yeah, okay. Tooth Trunk! Oh, that's a pretty good one. I will admit. I prefer logs to be rooted to the ground, but that's just me. I mean, there's only so many other ways a log can be, Snoodoodle. The ground pounds don't seem to do much to these enemy types! Yeesh. Nah, he's fine. Brightweed. Wildbeard. That's a pirate name, not a jungle name. We were just on a ship, I guess. Oh, he's still going, okay. Well, as opposed to burning or decomposing? Oh, I thought you meant, like, as opposed to, like, airborne.
You've done better than I thought possible.
Ah, saying that had to hurt.
More than you can imagine. There are some things you should know about the shrine.
Who's the voice actor for this dude? Oh! The fucking intense-ass music.
And I think we're done here.
Not before we rescue Cyril.
The Atloa shrine has been desecrated. And the god of the shrine has not been given tribute since Cinder's forces arrived. can subdue his anger, the balance will be returned, and my people can come home.
That's fine, but I came to free Zero.
You must go through the god of the shrine to free him.
Knew you were gonna say that.
Well, that was pretty quick, all things considered. How long have I been going so far? Sparks' hands really bother me? Man, Sparks' everything bothers me. I guess I just won't be using the full 2 hours. That's a pretty decent pace, like, per world, though. I might just do, like, a world per stream from now on, because it seems, like, pretty decently lengthy. So if I recall correctly, after this, there's, like, World 4, which is, like, the second last world, and then World 5, so 4 streams of this? Sounds about right. That's not bad at all. I think that's very well paced for the kind of game that this is. So hopefully we keep to that pace.
Be careful. Remember last time?
I know, but Cinder left and I don't see any Ice Kings hanging around this place.
Uh-oh. Yo, they just stole this from Lego. Wow. Oh. Oh no. Whoa. This is a very shaky camera.
When will I learn? When things look good, run for the hills.
I don't think that was the intended delivery, David Spain, but good job. I wonder what element type I should be using for this guy. Also, does this dude make like pew noises? Because I think he does. That's a very slick looking kicking animation. I like how you can run under this. Oh god. Oof. Okay. Is it the treehouse robot from Phineas and Ferb? If you guys can like whisper me an image of that, that'd be great because I currently have no clue what you mean. How's Spyro looking for this guy? Oh, fire does some pretty decent damage. Let's stick with that. This guy's got plenty of health though. We're gonna need a lot of elemental magic to make that work. Also, landing the hits would be helpful too. Arrgh. Yeah, it was a pretty meaty chunk if I do say so myself. Although not getting laser punched would be helpful. Yeah, there's a couple more of these laying around. I do have a super ready. Thanks for noticing. I love the little doomsday bell sound effect that kicks in when he does that. There's a couple of extras lying around here too. Oh yeah, whoa, holy shit! That last bar drained like nothing. Fire was a good idea, goddamn. Wait a second. You seen this? Oh, Billy's gone now. He's gone! Where'd he go?
You have subdued the god of the shrine, restored balance to seasons, the land, our world. The Adlowers want to worship you now.
Worship? Okay, now that's what I'm talking about. I've never gotten the respect.
This is literally the Emperor's New Groove.
That's very nice, Kane, but we have to
Also,
get back
someone
to
sent me an
Albion.
image of what the Phineas and Ferb treehouse looks like.
My dear
For reference,
Outlaws,
apparently
I am the mighty
this.
Spark, scourge of the despots.
Yes, yes, old boy, we'd like nothing more than to stay and be a part of your primitive barbaric society, but
Oh, it's do you like this character?
duty calls.
If you must, you must. But know that you're now part of the Atlawa tribe. One of us.
I am the mighty Spyro. Whatever.
By the way,
That wasn't even the line David Spain was supposed to say. That's just like, he just gave up halfway through the line.
even if one of them belongs to
Whatever.
the annoying mosquito.
Mosquito me? Is that? Oh.
Oh. Play the boss music again for like a split second. That's good. Oh, were there like boss gems I was supposed to pick up? Oh, Snoodle's gonna be very mad at me for that. I think seeing the passed out Ice Dragon was worth it. He had a very good face.
Yes, yes, Voltaire, I see that months of tortured captivity have done nothing to slow that electric tongue of yours from incessantly wagging.
It's just that it's
He's
all
okay 'cause he's blue.
exciting and chanting and enthralling and
This is so sad. Spyro, play Despacito.
No more thesaurus for you, pal.
All of you, please be quiet.
See, Gary Oldman's got the right
Simply
idea here.
encouraging that Spyro has been able to free 2 of you to allow this reunion. But haven't we forgotten someone?
Yes, yes, of course. Pterodor.
Precisely. Now, how do we proceed?
I believe I can help, Ignitus. Well, young chap, since you learned a few things about ice on tall plains,
Oh, no.
I suggest we adjourn to the training room so that I can teach you some more.
Oh, no.
The legacy of the great ice dragons of yore. My ancestors, who come from the best of this somewhat bedraggled lineage, is long and with my help, rescuing Pterodor should be a certainty.
Your pomposity, arrogance, and pretentiousness is odious to the extreme.
Shall we?
No, because that was The Legend of Spyro, A New Beginning for tonight. Thank you for watching. And you know, at first I was very like bothered by like how slow this character is, but I kind of like seeing him react to these other 2 characters now that they're in the mix. He has some very good reactions every now and again. Anyways, that was Spyro, A New Beginning for tonight. So thank you for watching. If you enjoy what you saw tonight, you can follow me here on Twitch or on YouTube at The Full Galaxy, where all the VODs are, plus highlights and more. You can also check me out on Twitter. You can also subscribe to me here on Twitch, and you can also check me out on Twitter and Tumblr. There's also a Discord server where there's all sorts of channels for you guys to hang out in, both on and off stream. And if any of that interests you, then you can check it out in the Twitch cards below. He's up on his hind legs! Baby boy! And if any of that interests you, you can check it out in the Twitch cards below, or in the YouTube description if you're watching the VOD. So with that, have a good night. Spyro's gonna apparently not have a bath in the green liquid because he's standing on it now, and it makes hard rock noise. Yeah, okay. Everybody here looks so tired. Yeah, okay.